Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? It is, I had to think for a minute, Friday. And it's sunny, but it's also really windy and cold outside. Fun. And I also have to go out and about because we need to go uptown. Okay. Our regular doctor basically retired early. Or just suddenly, I guess. I haven't been going to him for a while now because the only reason I go to him is if I have a sinus infection or something like that. But I haven't gone for him in a while. I think it's been a couple years now. But nonetheless, we basically are going to transfer our stuff over to the other place. So we got to do the paperwork and stuff this morning. Fun. I just love doing paperwork, especially if it's the same old stuff. But hopefully it won't take very long, and it's not like I have to see the doctor itself. So anyway, also I forgot to basically my other vlog. I forgot Wednesday's vlog. I forgot to do anything after that morning. I was like not into it. So I guess I'll kind of explain that in the other video, but I just wasn't really into it, so forgive me. But we survived another week. Woo! It's gonna be weird not having to work on kids' church lesson. Because, you know, last week was my last week, and it's a new month. Yeah. Crazy as that seems. But, like, no, I got, how many birthdays this month? There's 5 that I know of. 4 that are actually family members, and then 1 is my best friend, so wish them happy birthdays. My one grandmother's is coming up this Sunday. So I'll send her out a card. But I did get a lot of organization more done around here. I feel like I still got so much junk. But a lot of this junk I'll be using or keeping for whatever reason. Don't know why, I guess memory-wise. Some of the stuff is for memories. Others, it's just can be tossed aside. I really don't know what else to say other than we got through a week. Nothing really new to report. Well, I did Wednesday. I did some exercising on the bike again, and I got 30 minutes in, which is good. I'm getting better, guys. I am. Although I wished I was really tired. I had done it while I was doing my teeth whitening treatment, and so that kind of helped, but at the same time I was getting quite tired, and it was already late in the evening, so yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you guys see any difference. I don't see much of a difference. I mean, a little bit up top, but bottoms are really yellow still. I'm gonna probably have to continue the treatments. I was at Walmart the other day. I should have gotten another box. I don't know, maybe Mom will let me use hers since she hasn't been using hers. Oh, by the way, this product says that it might give you tooth sensitivity and gum irritation, which a couple of my gums have been irritated and they bled. The bottom down here has bled and then the up top has been irritated. Some people may experience tooth sensitivity or gum irritation when using whitening products. This condition is temporary and not harmful. Well, thank you for that, but you know, I was freaking out for a brief moment. Yeah, pardon my French, but seriously, I was like, is this normal? Apparently it is. But I'm almost done. Tonight will be my last night to do the treatment. And then I'm not sure what I'll get into. I'll have to see if Mom will let me use hers, or I'll have to go out and buy another box. Or I might invest even in toothpaste, the whitening toothpaste. So it's just going to be kind of expensive. I'm not going to lie, but I might have to invest in that. Oh, last night I was cleaning out my drawer set over there. That has all my pencils and stuff and papers. Anyway, I found this little candle thing. Okay, so I was turning on to see if it works. It does, by the way. I thought it wasn't working, but last night I saw it turned on. It was on. I was like, excuse me, why is that on? I briefly found it and I was like, okay, that needs to be turned off. So I had to get up out of bed and turn that sucker off because I was like, I cannot have one of those nightlight things on. It's bad enough I have the street light coming in from my window, but I don't like, even though it was little, I still didn't like it on. It's just kind of creepy in my opinion. Yeah, and I don't particularly need it, so I need to get rid of that, see if Mom wants it, or just toss it. I don't know. But anyway, I gotta get myself going because I have an appointment this morning. Well, kind of appointment. And then you will see me later this time instead of not coming back on the vlog. But anyway, you'll see me later. Okay guys, I am back. Went uptown, put some money in the bank because I've had some savings for a while and I had more than I thought I did, and it's like, well, let's put it in the bank. So it is in the bank. I have some cash on hand if I should need so, but a lot of it is already in the bank, so I feel good about that. I went to the doctors, transferred basically everything, or they will be doing most of that, but so we'll be going to the one in town in case we need to go to the doctors, which probably most likely for me, I usually just get sinus infections once or twice a year, and I really don't need to go up unless it's needful, so I don't really see, or if I get really sick or get bronchitis or something, an antibiotic, but most likely I won't be needing, I hardly ever go to the doctors. I am pretty good about keeping myself pretty, I should say, healthy for the most part. As far as my immune system and everything. However, I need to work on my eating habits better, which I'm trying. I really am. And just exercising more, even when I'm at home, just even though if I'm tired. But I'm gonna be doing that this evening, is go on either on the bike or the rowing machine. I haven't decided which one yet, but I'll be doing that as well. Let's see, what else did we go? We went to consignment place up in town, and I was trying to look for overalls. Didn't find any overalls, but we found sombreros. I'm probably not pronouncing that quite right, but for VBS, because this year we're doing different nationalities, talking about different cultures and how we can spread the gospel in different countries and not just here in the US. We need to spread it everywhere in the whole world. So doing talking about global nations and how the differences between the languages, the different cultures, the different how we eat, like the different types of food and stuff. So anyway, Mexico is basically what we're gonna, one of the countries we're doing. Trying to take from like every country and take something part of that country and do it the different parts of that country and just compile it up at once. So anyway, so then we found those. We found a couple of those little tiny microwaves for the kids to play with at the consignment place. Previously, before we went to the Family Dollar, because Mom had a gift card from there, and we bought a few things. Bought some hangers, containers. Does that surprise you that Mom would buy containers? No. Those who know her, that wouldn't surprise you. Trying to keep organized around the house, but Mom's obsessed with containers and organization. I don't blame her in some ways. I wish I was a little bit more organized, but I'm not overly obsessed either. So I don't know. I feel like I am a good combination of both my parents, where I am sort of organized like my mom, but then I'm completely messy like my old man. So between my biological father and my mother, I've got a combination of both, and they kind of combat one another all the time. So sometimes I can be organized and sometimes I'm just a complete hot mess. So, but I'm trying. I am trying to do better. Little by little, as you guys can see, I've been purging. So anyway, what else did we get there? There's something else. No, those are the only two things we got there at the Family Dollar. But we saw those little microwaves that we found at the consignment place. They wanted, I think, $15, and it had play food in it. Great, you know, we have a bunch of play food, so we don't need anymore. But at the consignment place, one was $1.50 and another was $2, or was it $2.50? Either way, that was a steal in itself. So we're all about those deals, clearances. I really can't find overalls. I'm looking at the guys section, I'm looking at the women's section. I cannot find any. So I guess I'll keep finding them until I find them. Hopefully this year, because I really want them by the end of the year. But anyway. And then we came home. Between Ricky and Zachary, took the AC units out because they've been in our windows for years and it's been troublesome. Plus, it's not good during the winter time. It's cold. It don't need to have the windows partly open. We actually need new AC units as well. These are extremely loud and obnoxious, and they're dirty. I mean, as much as I try to keep it clean, I've cleaned them my bad, but I've only cleaned them a couple times during the time we've had them, and they've been sitting, collecting dirt and bugs. It's disgusting. And they're obnoxiously loud, so you know it's time to get new ones when they're that loud. So hopefully by the springtime we can get new ones. Hopefully. Reasonably priced, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, I'm kind of waiting on everyone. They're kind of, it's almost 2 in the afternoon. So I haven't gotten to my lunchtime, but I'm waiting on the guys and my mom to get out of the bathroom, kitchen, so I can go eat as well. So I'm not sure what is left over as far as either tacos or turkey meat or whatever. So I guess I'll find out who ate what and I'll eat whatever is left over. But I'm also in the process of doing my laundry. I did vacuum again because there was bugs and everything when we took those AC units out, so I had to go get the vacuum cleaner and vacuum all that up. Oh, that was lovely. I think I have dust in my eye. It's irritated. And it's a nice windy, and I mean windy day. And it's cold. They're up in the mountains. Ugh. It is cold. The last time I saw it was 23. It's probably up to 25 maybe. Wind chill is just horrendous though. Excuse me. Alright, we're on chapter... I think we're on chapter 34. I'm going to go with 34. Forgive me if I passed one of those, but I think I read that one. Yeah. Alright, we're in Exodus chapter 34. Oh, by the way, it's everybody's favorite time of the vlog, Bible time. I almost forgot to say that. I don't know if you guys enjoyed me saying that or not, but I feel like it's kind of the introduction to Bible time, so that's just my way of having fun with you guys. If anyone's interested why I say that. Alright, Exodus chapter 34, a new copy of the covenant, because obviously Moses was angry earlier, and he slammed down the first set of tablets and broke them, so Moses had to go back up the mountain again to talk with God, and God had to make a new set of covenants because the first set was already smashed. Anyway, then the Lord told Moses, "Chisel out 2 stone tablets like the first ones. I will write on them the same words that were on the tablets you smashed. Be ready in the morning to climb up Mount Sinai and present yourself to me on the top of the mountain. No one else may come with you. In fact, no one is to appear anywhere on the mountain. Do not even let the flocks or herds graze near the mountain. So Moses chiseled out 2 tablets of stone like the first ones. Early in the morning he climbed Mount Sinai as the Lord had commanded him, and he carried the 2 stone tablets in his hands. Then the Lord came down in a cloud and stood there with him. And he called out his own name, Yahweh. The Lord passed in front of Moses, calling out, Yahweh, the Lord, the God of compassion and mercy. I am slow to anger and filled with unfailing love and faithfulness. I lavish unfailing love to 1,000 generations. I forgive iniquity, rebellion, and sin, but I do not excuse the guilty. I lay the sins of the parents upon their children and grandchildren. The entire family is affected, even children in the 3rd and 4th generations." And here's a little sidebar called God's character. Moses had asked to see God's glorious presence, and this was God's response. He wanted to give Moses a brief overview of his character. Notice that God did not give Moses a vision of his power or majesty, but rather of his love. God's glory is revealed in his mercy, grace, compassion, faithfulness, forgiveness, and justice. We give glory to God when we show his characteristics. Do your actions resemble his? Moses immediately threw himself to the ground and worshipped, and he said, "O Lord, if it is true that I have found favor with you, then please travel with us. Yes, this is a stubborn and rebellious people, but please forgive our iniquity and our sins. Claim us as your own special possession." The Lord replied, "Listen, I am making a covenant with you in the presence of all your people. I will perform miracles that have never been performed anywhere in all the earth or in any nation. And all the people around you will see the power of the Lord, the awesome power I will display for you. But listen carefully to everything I command you today. Then I will go ahead of you and drive out the Amorites, the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites." Every one of the ites clans. Someone's at the door. Interesting. Unless it's just someone ringing the doorbell because we have a package. I don't know. Anyway. Be very careful never to make a treaty with the people who live in the land where you are going. If you do, you will follow their evil ways and be trapped. Instead, you must break down their pagan altars, smash their sacred pillars, and cut down their Asherah poles. You must worship no other gods, for the Lord, whose very name is jealous, is a God who's jealous about his relationship with you. You must not make a treaty of any kind with the people living in the land. If they lust after their gods, offering sacrifices to them, they will invite you to join them in their sacrificial meals, and you will go with them. Then you accept their daughters who sacrifice to other gods as wives for your sons. and they will seduce your sons to commit adultery against me by worshipping other gods. You must not make any other gods of molten metal for yourselves, or of any kind, for that matter. You must celebrate the festival of unleavened bread. For 7 days the bread you eat must be made without yeast, just as I commanded you. Celebrate this festival annually at the appointed time in early spring, in the month of Abib, for that is the anniversary of your departure from Egypt. The firstborn of every animal belongs to me, including the firstborn males from your herds of cattle and your flocks of sheep and goats. A firstborn donkey may be bought back from the Lord by presenting a lamb or a young goat in its place. But if you do not buy it back, you must break its neck. However, you must buy back every firstborn son. No one may appear before me without an offering. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but on the 7th day you must stop working, even during the seasons of plowing and harvest. You must celebrate the festival of harvest with the first crop of the wheat harvest, and celebrate the festival of the final harvest at the end of the harvest season. 3 times each year every man in Israel must appear before the sovereign, the Lord, the God of Israel. I will drive out other nations ahead of you and expand your territory, so no one will covet and conquer your land while you appear before the Lord your God 3 times each year. You must not offer the blood of my sacrificial offerings together with any baked goods containing yeast, and none of the meat of the Passover sacrifice may be kept over until the next morning. As you harvest your crops, bring the very best of the first harvest to the house of the Lord your God. You must not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. Then the Lord said to Moses, write down all these instructions, for they represent the terms of my covenant, of the covenant I am making with you and with Israel. Moses remained there on the mountain with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights, and all that time he ate no bread and drank no water. And the Lord wrote the terms of the covenant and the 10 Commandments on the stone tablets. Then Moses came down Mount Sinai carrying the 2 stone tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant. He wasn't aware that his face had become radiant because he had spoken to the Lord. So when Adam wasn't there anymore. So when Aaron and the people of Israel saw the radiance of Moses' face, they were afraid to come near him. But Moses called out to them and asked Aaron and all the leaders of the community to come over, and he talked with them. Then all the people of Israel approached him, and Moses gave them all the instructions the Lord had given him on Mount Sinai. Then Moses finished speaking with him. He covered his face with a veil, but whenever he went into the tent of meeting to speak with the Lord, he would remove the veil until he came out again. Then he would give the people whatever instructions the Lord had given him, and the people of Israel would see the radiant glow of his face. So he would put the veil over his face until he returned to speak with the Lord. So that is chapter 34. Thank you, Lord, as always, for your living, breathing word. Now we're going to get into some ancient wisdom here. So we're on day what? What day are we on? Day 28. Mow and Winery. Oh, or Mow, that's outside. Mow, it's woe and winery. Okay. Who has woe? Those who linger over wine? Those who go looking for mixed wine? Proverbs chapter 23, verses 29 through 30. I believe the Bible teaches total abstinence from alcohol, not because God is holding out on us, but because he has so much more for us. He wants us to have a clear mind is what he wants us to have. As we trust him in matters of biblical truth and obey him as sold-out servants of Jesus Christ, we find out more and more how good and fully satisfying he really is. And I totally agree with that. Drinking can't do that for us. It just kind of makes us numb, basically. It can't give us what we really want or need. And it can, however, always be counting on for the following. 1, alcohol is destructive. We know it kills brain cells, leads to sluggish thinking, and contributes heavily to obesity, liver disease, and heart conditions. Drinking is famously known as the leading cause of traffic accidents and, of course, deaths, family breakdown, and child abuse. Alcohol and violence often go hand in hand. It's in the papers every single day. Solomon knew about these destructive tendencies. He knew that alcohol bites like a snake and stings like a viper. Proverbs chapter 23, verses 32. It's not like it's not like a bear that you can see coming towards you. Instead, it's fast and deadly. It quickly becomes large and irreversible. If there's anything I've observed from working with alcoholics my entire adult life, this is the guy that's talking in the Bible, this James, what is his name? James McDonald. This is who's talking, by the way, not me. If no one understood what I'm talking about. Anyway, where was I? Alright, so the guy's talking about his entire adult life that he has observed from. It's that they are the last ones to figure out they have a problem. Something in alcohol consumes one's capacity to discern that he's lost control. Wise people don't say, I wonder how close I can get to the edge and not lose it. Soon enough, alcohol spills over into loss and destruction. 2, alcohol is addictive. That's the point of Proverbs chapter 23, verse 35. They struck me, but I feel no pain. They beat me, but I didn't know it. When will I wake up? I'll look for another drink. No matter how many warnings go off in your head, the further you get into alcohol, the harder it is to extricate yourself. Extricate. Okay, I don't know if I'm saying that right. EXTRICATE. I guess to distinguish yourself from what the alcohol is doing to yourself. But anyway, I don't know how many times I've seen the cycle take place. It starts with a choice to change. Soon after, the physical desire to drink overwhelms them, and back they go to the bottle. The shame, the self-hatred, and again, the desire to change. Around and around it goes, the downward spiral. Why would a follower of Christ, a blood-bought servant of the living God, involve himself with something that has attached it to this kind of deception and heaviness? 3. Wisdom calls us to set it aside. The book of Proverbs teaches that abstinence from alcohol is a wise choice, but Romans chapter 14 affirms it even more. It is a loving choice, for if your brother is hurt by what you eat or drink, you are no longer walking according to love, and that's in verse 15. It is an edifying choice. Verse 19 says, we must pursue what promotes peace and what builds up one another. It is also a supportive choice, since it is a noble thing not to eat meat or drink wine or do anything that makes your brother stumble. That's in verse 21. We don't live the Christian life for ourselves, but for God and for others. Wisdom and love instructs us to live in a way that exceeds bare bones obedience. Some would say my stance is mere legalism and self-imposed denial. I say it's a matter of freedom. And now here's a little wisdom talking. What would be clearer in a relationship with Christ if you didn't have the added burden of alcohol between you? Well, for me personally, I don't have that issue. I've never decided to drink alcohol, so I don't have the issue of the problem of that. I mean, I know some people that have that issue, and it becomes a bit of burden towards them. For me, what gets me the most would probably be my diet, my eating habits, because I like sugar and carbs, and that has become an addictive thing. Even eating, not just drinking, but eating can be addictive as well. I think we get so caught up in so many things that seem so enticing that we forget, wait a minute, maybe this isn't so healthy for me. This isn't so good. It's good in moderation, but when you take it basically out of context, it becomes a way of life and it destroys our lives basically. And so for me, yeah, I've been really trying to be more conscientious of what I eat, how much I eat, and should I eat this day? No, maybe I should eat, certain days I'll eat certain things, and certain days I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. So I am conscientious of what, that's like step one of being conscientious of your diet and intake, and then step two would be basically make an effort to not necessarily go cold turkey, because that's not the best way of doing things. I would definitely recommend step by step by just cutting back, doing moderation. Don't totally fully get off of it because it doesn't work that way. So also find help, get help some way, counseling or whatever, someone to help you in some sort of way to help you with that. So of any kind, whether it's alcoholism or drugs or anything that's basically not of God. Health wise, need exercise, stuff like that. So I think I can go downstairs now to go eat because I am hungry. So that's what I'm gonna go do, and then chillax a little bit and then probably end up taking a nap because I am yawning, obviously. Depends how I eat after I eat. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and then you'll see me later. Okay, guys. Whew. Had a 30-minute workout down on the bike again. I actually plugged it in this time, and I think it was 15 or 16 laps I did. I'm not sure, in 30 minutes, which was pretty good. I really didn't check how many calories I lost. I don't really care about that, but that's pretty impressive. I have no idea what I did the other times because I never had it plugged in, but I did this time, and that was pretty good. So that's why I look so flushed or red, and my hot hair looks like a hot mess, but then again, my hair is a hot mess 24/7. Alright, so I did that. I ate. Probably regret it later because I had cheesy grits, but Mom had put so much garlic in it, and the last time I got heartburn from it, an ingestion, and that one definitely had more cayenne pepper in it. So I only ate a little bit, but still, I hope, so far, it's been okay. It's been like an hour now. So hopefully I won't have any problems with that. And I also had stuffing, which is onion powder and whatever else. So, my digestion's gotta love me. Oh, TMI, right? Anyway, the rentals are at a auction. So I guess they're gonna spend some money there if they find anything interesting. So today it's not bad. It's been pretty good, other than being cold and windy. But other than that, it's been pretty good. My last treatment of my teeth treatment, it was today, and didn't have any gum sensitivity or bleeding, so that's been good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to invest in more strips and possibly toothpaste. I also just need to work on my diet more as far as what I eat and intake. But baby steps, y'all, baby steps. I'm getting hopefully in the right direction. I hope I can continue to do better and do well for my body. I don't know if I said anything about this. Just kind of, I'm looking at my dollhouse. I jogged some memory from my mom. Mom's been revamping hers as well. and she's been stripping some of the flooring. She's gonna repaint it to look more modern instead of antique-ish. She bought a bunch of new furniture. She's given me some of her furniture. She's given like me an old couch. Looks kind of grandma-ish, so I put it in my grandparents' bedroom, just enough room for it. She gave me another chair that she had extra of. But yeah. And then, okay, so I ordered some stuff that, off of Amazon that I had a gift card for from Christmas. So I got some stuff coming in the mail. Zachary's got some stuff too. We even ordered some, well, he wanted a game for his Nintendo Switch, okay? He couldn't find anything that he wanted, so without having to download it or being rated more than we want him to be playing. But anyway, so couldn't find what he wanted, so he got t-shirts. He likes graphic tees, so he got a bunch of those. We also got a couple for his birthday as well, because his birthday is next month. So got a couple more t-shirts for him, because you know he's growing out of some of his old t-shirts. They're getting smaller, or he just wore them out, so we threw a bunch away or gave them away. And then he's got space for more. Of course, he's got like 2 drawerfuls of t-shirts. When I mean 2 drawerfuls, they're like folded into small, like little squares, and they're tucked into these like big drawers that are like big or something like that. He's got a big dresser, but he's got quite a bit of collection, more than I do, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm going off topic, but anyway, stay tuned, because I will be showing you guys at some point what I got. But I'm actually excited about those. And so I got some things checked off my list that I wanted, and I just have a few more things to get. Today was pretty successful. So yeah, stay tuned tomorrow, because we got things, somewhat exciting things tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's really exciting. I hope to get some working on my dollhouse personally, because I've been slacking quite a bit, and so I need to get going on that as well. So yeah, I got all my laundry done, so pretty much, I wouldn't say all my chores, but I got a lot of chores done. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. As always, keep on smiling, stay positive. I love you guys, Jesus loves you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.